Hey there, crazy fish people. I haven't done a vid in a long time, so I thought I'd update you on the tanks and where we're at. It's been quite a lot of changes. As you can see, all the guppies are now in a mixed tank. I've done this for the purpose of, I'm losing quite a few. I bought them from a certain shop that I've had certain problems with before, but it seems it was under new management. I thought I'd give them another go. But they're just coming out in illness after illness after illness. They're not pure line bred either. I'm getting random coloured babies, so I thought, sod it, take the plunge and go for it. So I've took the glass out and put them in the 3-foot jewel, planted it. It looks ugly. I need to sort all my decorations, ornaments, plants out to get a good scape. I want to replace the sand. This tank will be going in the fish room in the end anyway. So what I'm going to do now is feed them some bloodworm and then some crushed pellet, because as you can see at the back, there's quite a lot of fry in here. Some of it I have lost. I've put some snails in here as well, some tadpole snails, a couple of ram's horns. I'm hoping there's no assassin snails in here, but I know there was eggs on, I think it was the anubis, or however you say it. I'm not hydra at the back or whatever it is, whatever they call it. But as you can see, can you see that? Focus. It's not going to focus, but just about there, above my finger, there's some eggs. There's eggs everywhere off the ram's horns, and there's a couple. I would have liked for more, but yeah. So what I'm going to do in this tub here, I've got some bloodworm. And ignore the mussels for a minute. I've got some bloodworm. I'm just going to feed some bloodworm into here. Make sure everyone gets some. These guys go nuts for bloodworm. I love it. It's amazing. I was a bit disappointed about me mixing them, to be honest, because I would have liked to have kept the lines pure ready for the fish room, but it seems they're not pure anyway. I don't really care. Well, obviously I care about the fish, but I'm not bothered about sticking them all in together. So there's the bloodworm in. I use a little pipette. I think I got a bag full off eBay for, was it £13? No, about £4. It's £13 because I ordered something out. I ordered these little tubs as well. Come up to £13. I got nearly 200 tubs and like 500 pipettes for like £13, which is quite good. I thought at the time that I ordered these 2 years ago. I've just spilt it everywhere. Look. Thank you very much. Well, I'll take a bit of that, pop that in. You know what, I'll brush most of that in. This tank's due a clean anyway, so overfeeding isn't really going to bother me. Clean that up in a minute. So yeah, that's the guppy tank in here. We've got the half blacks, the red cobras, the endlers, the sunset guppies or whatever they're called. I think they're pretty doody. There's some yellow tails, there's blue cobras. In fact, I think the red cobra male might have died. That's rubbish. I'll have to get some more. Well, like I say, I'm going to get purebreds anyway. I'll try and get the whole tank in. The whole tank. Sorry about the window. Right, on to the next one. Is the small fluval, wherever. In here, I've moved the shrimp in here out of that tank, along with little Larry. He's there. We've got a surprise for little Larry in a couple of days. I've left the old sponge in there because I replaced the filter with a stronger filter. So yeah, the cherry shrimp's in here, Larry's in here, and there's some, again, ram's horn snails. They even lay eggs on each other, apparently. It's the new in thing to do. So, yeah, the cherry shrimp are doing well. I just prefer them to be how I used to have them like 2 years ago. So I'm going to drop a bit of bloodworm in here as well. Sorry if I can't really see, guys, one-handed. I'm not used to it. So a bit of bloodworm in here. You know, the shrimp will eat it. Little Larry gives it a good go. I don't put too much in there. On to the next one. I'll do the bottom one first. Okay, so this tank come about because I've shut down the one I had in the kitchen, the 3.5 foot one I had in the kitchen. I shut down because it's in the way, right by the door. But in this one down here, we have, I'm a bit disappointed because I moved them and half of them died. I think I moved them too small, but I basically had no choice because that tank in the kitchen's also started to leak. So I had to do this, otherwise I would have lost a lot. I've put my breeding pair of commons in here as well, my bristlenose commons. So any babies that do come out are going to stay in here. Oh, look, more ram's horn snails. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, I'm going to put the camera down because this is going to be rather tricky because I need to feed these guys. But these guys are having some courgette. I'll drop 2 pieces in here. Just give me a moment. Okay, courgette's on. That's how I do it. Fork, stainless steel. It's basically personal preference what you want to feed it with. There is horror stories out there. But I attach this to some fishing line and then it should just plonk down there. See if any come to it. Not really. But yeah, the 2 breeding tubes are in here and a small piece of driftwood. It's run by that filter there, which is rated for 300, and 2 rated for 60 litre sponge filters on a double air pump. So hopefully it's filtered enough. Now this next tank is a bit of a nightmare. All the other fish I basically had to chuck in one tank for temporarily measure until I can set up some more tanks. So what you're about to see, I don't recommend you do. It can be bad. Luckily, I've had no problems yet. But don't do it, otherwise I wouldn't personally. Because this mix of fish isn't very good. So don't shout at me. I know it's wrong and I've only done it as an emergency measure. But in here are the cribs, the cories, the rams, and the angelfish. Yeah, don't do it, guys. You could probably do it. I haven't looked into it, to be honest with you. I just chucked them in there in a case of the tanks leaking. Oh no. But the angels are pretty happy to the point where they've bred again. Not very hard. These 2 are, honestly, they're like rabbits. Every 2 weeks guaranteed. I've moved them into a net because they started free swimming this morning, and with having the cribs in there, I know I haven't successfully raised any yet past like a week, but I'm going to try and raise them in here. But if I can get a top view, there's quite a few. I'm quite happy with that. If I get them past a week, I'll be even happier. But there's Merlin and Dory, and I'm hoping one baby survives and we'll call it Nemo. But why, back to the snails, I've got ram's horns in every tank for this reason. Those of you who know me quite well, I like breeding my assassin snails. I think they're cool, they're a lovely type of snail, and I also have the rare albino assassins. Now, I did breed a lot of these and sell them, but I held back on about 30 of them. I then split them between the tanks because my snails overtook the tanks. And then obviously now they're all back where they were bought for in the first place. I bought 4, managed to breed about 800, sold the lot, 50p a pop. And that's pretty much it. My albino bristlenose and some babies are left in here. And a couple of females in the hope they will breed. Seems he's stopped breeding for me. So yeah, we're going to feed this tank now. First we'll start off with some bloodworm. I put quite a lot in here to try and keep the aggression down. As you can see, I just squirt it in. Normally they all come running at once. Make me look like an idiot now though. See Dory's having a right pop at it. Blob some in this side, I think, for Marlin to get some. He's really big, even though I've moved the babies, they're still protective over them. I mean, that doesn't bother me that much, but still. It's nice to know they're trying. Plus the cribs tend to sit on the bottom and the angelfish just do what they do. Breed, make a mess of my tank. So yeah, what I'm going to try and do is, because the assassin snails go through my snail supply like mad, to the point of me having to put snails in 3 tanks to breed them into 3 different tanks. And I want a certain new fish which might like to munch on snails. I want to try the assassins on some mussels. Now, I've never tried this before, I've never done mussels before. But here goes, you're going to do it with me right now. Hopefully they sink, I have no idea. First time for everything. Either squidgy. So I'm going to drop this in. Oh yeah, it sinks. Straight away. And then what I'm also going to do, drop one on the other side, where I can see it. Now, normally they say leave food in the tank for like no more than 24 hours. But I'm going to take these out after maybe tomorrow morning, with me not doing it before. They don't even smell, my hands don't smell or anything. Here's the plex I'm doing it. I'm just going to feed some zucchini, guys, and I'll come back to you. Alrighty then, the zucchini's in. I think the plex can sense the mussel on the bottom of the tank. We'll have to see. So yeah, that's the quick update, guys. The fish room is still at a standstill at the minute. Note, at the minute. I'm going to start emptying it next week. I've got quite a bit of overtime. I'm working every day this week, so nothing will be getting done this week in there. Plus I've got other priorities, i.e. the garden and other things like that. So, you know, I need to empty it ideally before Kev or whoever's going to do the electrics in the end come and do them. Yeah, so I'll keep you all updated anyway with it. There is a nice little surprise in store. I've nearly finished it. I'm hoping to get it finished Wednesday after work, because I'm on an earlier finish at 12. If it's sunny, like they say it's meant to be, I will do that. So keep your eyes open, watch the Facebook page, get on the YouTube channel, and see what happens. I will keep you updated with everything that goes on, like usual. It might be few and far between, but I do try and fit this in, the shed, the garden, the dogs, life in general, work. So yeah, bit of a long-winded video, but it's the first feeding one I've done. I thought it might be a good idea to mix it up a bit. So stay tuned, keep your eyes open, and hopefully it won't be too long before they're all in one place and we can enjoy ourselves a bit more. So once again, thanks for watching. I will catch you all soon. See you all later.